You're listening to The Pete Sheppard Show.
Oh, it's good to be back.
I think this is the right decision.
Sam Martin, the veteran, for the punt, and Marcus Jones. There was no fair catch at the 12, and he squeezes out of it. Marcus Jones down the sideline. Blockers in front, past the punter. Marcus Jones, and that's a punt return for a touchdown.
Yeah! What do you think? I was going to lead with the game-tying field goal in Dallas last night? No, of course not. I would have had an Eagles highlight in the second half, but they didn't generate any offense, but they did win the game. And the Red Sox and Yankees are in the postseason tomorrow night. Oh, my God. We got a lot to discuss today, kids. Thanks for checking me out, Pete Sheppard Show, here on the Coastal Sports Digital Network and across our extensive video platform. Following me at PShep326 on YouTube, LinkedIn, Kick, Rumble, CSDN, Florida. On Instagram as well, Odyssey app also. And you can call or text the show 727-858-6650. We have so much to cover today. NFL action. Unbelievable games over the weekend. Some shockers, to say the least, as there always is. Just when you think you know this league, you don't know crap. We'll have all the highlights and to some degree some lowlights as well. College football over the weekend was spectacular. Huge upset starting Friday night with Virginia over Florida State. And I've never seen a faster demonstration of storming the field. I mean, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get how that poor receiver from Florida State was sitting there. He got trampled on. I guess he's okay. But we'll get to all of that. We got tons of NFL to tell you about. Last night, in case you missed it, the first ever 40-40 tie. I guess second highest tie in NFL history right at the end of the game. But there were some thrilling games yesterday. The Eagles remaining undefeated. They do it in so many different ways. That's what championship teams do. Doesn't always look pretty. But not many teams can get away with having their quarterback go for 0 for 8 in the second half and like 1 yard of offense for the entire half and still come out and win the game. But that's what championship teams do. They got a good resume already. May not look sexy at times, but they did it. My Patriots blasted the Carolina Panthers yesterday. After looking terrible defensively on the opening drive, they just steamrolled them. And Drake May was just about perfect. He was unbelievable yesterday for the Patriots. And they're 2-2 on the year, that's fine with me right now. Fine with me. The Ravens are 1-3. It's unbelievable what has happened to them. They lost Lamar Jackson with a hamstring injury in that game. Kansas City just stuck it to him. So it is just a crazy, wacky. The Falcons come back from getting humiliated, and they win over Washington. It's nuts what happened. The one game I thought was going to be the absolute lock was Green Bay blowing out Dallas. That didn't happen. The line went down to 6.5. But those of you who took the Cowboy, you took the over, easy over, which I thought that was really one of the best plays of the day. But besides that, that was a thrilling game. Green Bay blew it. I mean, they had a 2-touchdown lead against a team that, can't stop a runny nose, and they kind of gave it away a little bit. And luckily, it was only a tie for Green Bay. Big tie for Dallas, but probably Green Bay feels almost like it was a loss because they had such a big lead. But anyway, we digress. We got a lot to discuss today. With that, we say good morning to Angel Martinez. Good morning, Angel. How are things in Tampa? Oh.
Good morning, Pete. Yes, it is Monday. The weekend has come and gone. The Eagles now 4-0, which is an absolute beautiful thing. Not so much for the Mets. Thank you very much. But
I'm afraid about Jay Flannelly. He's going to join us at 8 o'clock today. I was actually going to play. I don't play a lot of Mike Francesa because he's just so old and antiquated and just doesn't get it. But he had I will say, a dead-on balls accurate It is a monument. That was a Red Sox 78 type of monumental collide. Not only, Angel, not only they if they win, they're in,
Right.
or a Cincinnati loss. But they had to win. Cincinnati loses, so I'm glad for my, Terry Francona. I'm very happy for him and the Reds. He's one of the best people in all of sports, not just baseball. So I'm very happy for his Reds. But to get shut out by the Miami Marlins on the last day, if the Mets win, they were in. Yep. But they get shut out. Holy cow. They had the best record in baseball, and I think on June 12th, or June 24th, they had the best record in baseball. And then that is a Red Soxian 1978 collapse. It really is. To not make the wild card. I can't even imagine what Jay is feeling like this morning.
He's going to blow up like crazy. I know for a fact. Yell and scream, the second highest payroll in all of baseball. So, well.
Yeah, I know they were banged up. That's a time they had injury. It doesn't matter. They lost it. They fell apart. And I'm glad the Cincinnati Reds got in because I hate the Mets. Sorry. I hate the Mets. I hate the Yankees. But nothing says playoff baseball than Red Sox Yankees. So all three games, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, all of them at 6 o'clock, which pleases me, at 6:08 East Coast time. So Red Sox Yankees, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 6 o'clock or 6:08. All the games on ESPN. Tomorrow night is going to be fantastic. Battle of great lefties with Garrett Crochet, who's dominated the Yankees against Max Fried, who's an excellent pitcher in his own right, obviously. Two of the best lefties in the game. So I don't expect a lot of runs. I still don't know if Roman Anthony is going to be ready to go. They're a game under 500 this year when he's not in the lineup.
Right.
And they're like 20 games over when he is in the lineup. So we have to wait and see on that. The other games tomorrow, Tigers at the Guardians at 1 o'clock, Padres at the Cubs, and not the Mets, but the Cincinnati Reds get the late game at the Dodgers at 9 o'clock. Beat the Mets. Beat the Mets. Yep. Come on over and defeat the Mets. Anyway. Sorry, I can't help it. I hate them.
Listen, I'm the same way too. I can't freaking stand the Mets. So we're both on the same boat. So wait till Jake comes on. I know he's gonna be fired up. He goes, "Oh wait, the Mets are still losing."
Well, yeah, and he knew a month ago. He said it a month ago, basically. They sucked and we're not gonna make it. And I haven't brought it up to him at all the last couple of weeks because they've been hanging around by the skin of their teeth until yesterday. But to get shut out by the Miami Marlins on the last day of the year. Ouch. Well, all right, let's get to the NFL. We got a lot of highlights, a lot of video, lots of audio to tell you about. And yes, I am going to begin with my New England Patriots, damn it, because it's my show and I can do what I want. A thumping of the Carolina Panthers yesterday, 42-13. They were down 6-0, and then you just heard Marcus Jones with that 87-yard punt return for a touchdown. Drake May was absolutely just about perfect yesterday. Added a couple of touchdown passes, ran for another. Patriots win 42-13. Stephon Diggs, how about that? I can't remember the last time Patriots scored 42 points, by the way. I have to go look that up. I was thinking about that. I couldn't believe the first play of the game for the Patriots because they started off on defense, gave up a touchdown. Guy missed the extra point. First play, who did they hand the ball off to? Ramondre Stevenson. I was screaming at the TV. Screaming. He ended up being the leading rusher for the Patriots with 38 yards on 9 carries. One of those was a 22-yard scamper. So anyway, Drake May rushed for a touchdown yesterday. He was 14-17, 203 yards. And 2 touchdowns and ran for another, Angel. And if we could get to him. And Stephon Diggs yesterday finally broke into, came in a coming out party for him. 101 yards on 7 targets, 6 receptions, along of 33. Fantastic. Hunter Henry was as usual, good self, always with a couple of plays, touchdown, 39 yards, but 31 of them for a touchdown. And just the way the game plan was executed by Josh McDaniels and Mike Vrabel, fantastic yesterday. All right, let's hear from Drake May on Cam Newton impacting his football career. How about that?
That shall be interesting. All right. And here we go. Of course, if I come back to the screen first.
I think it was cool seeing those jerseys, right? When I saw him in those jerseys, it reminded me of Cam. Yeah, just the energy he brought. I don't show much emotion out there. I probably need to show more, but times that I do, yeah, just, it's just falling in love position. I think he played the position a different way, than a lot of people do. And I think the guys around him rallied around him. And, the other one late I think maybe the third or fourth, I had a safety one-on-one. I know Cam would have probably took him on and tried to score. So, no, but yeah, I think I got to meet him and got to meet him through the process, and just a big fan. He was my favorite player growing up, so pretty cool. I think it was cool.
All right, cool stuff there. Ken Fox doing the broadcast yesterday, but I didn't know Cam was at the game. He works for ESPN. Can't miss him in his outfits. One more scroll down, Angel, to Christian Gonzalez, who played yesterday and played very well. He says, "Just want to play football."
Right. And here we go.
It was great to get out there. Like I talked about earlier in the week, all I do and want to do is play football. So it was fun to finally get out there in a home game, and the crowd was rocking, and being out there with the guys, it was a lot of fun. It was great to get out
All
there.
right, and then Angel, scroll one more down. There's the Patriots locker room after the game. Mike Vrabel heading out game balls. Pretty cool scene.
Record holder for punt returns.
There we go. Things are going to work diligently today, but here we go.
Okay, there's the team. Okay, and there's the franchise new record holder for punt returns. Okay.
Sure, man. Man, first off, I want to appreciate everybody that was on the punt return team, man. Like, without y'all know how it is, bro. Like, also, man, it's hard to win in this league, bro. We got to just go ahead, get ready for the next week and everything like that. But, man, I love y'all boys, bro. Honestly.
So it's why we tell you to finish longer than the guy with the ball. Because sometimes the guy with the ball decides to ride the out and everybody else is just standing there. Or we go and block. Okay, and put our head down and finish, and then good things happen, just like it did on offense, okay? Complimentary football game, that's what it's supposed to look like. We take care of it, we get stops, we give up a drive, offense answers, defense plays great the rest of the game. We're going on the road, okay? 8:20 Sunday night, everybody's going to be watching, okay? Everybody's going to be watching, and I'm kind of excited that they are. But that's how we're supposed to play. That's what the expectation is throughout this football team and this organization moving forward.
Hey, bring it in. Hey, I know Coach T liked that one, man. Coach T liked that one for sure. Hey, play to our identity. Don't beat ourselves. We got a chance every week, man. Got a chance every week now. Let's get after him next week. Pass on me. Pass on three. 1, 2, 3. Pass.
All right, good stuff. And yes, the next week, this Sunday, not next week, this Sunday will be, actually technically Sunday is next week, but it'll be the Patriots at the Buffalo Bills, 8:20 on NBC. It should be fantastic. Should be one hell of a game. I'm serious. It's going to be great. And the Bills won yesterday. We're going to have highlights of everything else. One more video, Angel. Scroll down. Pop Douglas said Marcus Jones called his punt return touchdown.
All right, hang on.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, okay. Give me a second, and then Sean can just hang on for a minute. So let's do.
Yeah, Sean's going to have to hang on for a few minutes because I'll get to Sean when I get to Sean. I'll call for him.
Man, it felt good, man. He called it too. He might not say it, but he called it. He said, man, I'm going to get me one. Because we was talking about punt returns, kick returns, and we said how AG, had the kick return. And then we was talking about, I'm like, when you going to have yours? Like, when you going to get a punt return? I want to see it in person. Man, it felt good.
So, all right, one more, Angel. Scroll down. Stephon Diggs on his comfort level now on the Patriots offense.
All right. It does seem to be looking better since the offseason when he had that one thing that everybody forgot about now. Come on, knock it off, will you? Goodness gracious, today things want to go bananas. Here we go. Da-da-da.
How would you categorize your comfort level in the system right now?
5 out of 10. Take it with a grain of salt. Obviously, having success it's week to week. You know what I'm saying? It's been a slow ramp up or build up that I didn't even notice through these past 4 weeks. So coming out of the quarter of the season, the first quarter, 2-2 is not bad. Could it be better? Yes. So for me, I just take it with a grain of salt. Being comfortable is, I guess it's a state of mind because I still got to study. I still got to flip the pages. I still got to grind. So being comfortable in the offense is like, you making your coach comfortable. You making plays, you getting open, you showing that you know what to do on a consistent basis, and you're making plays for your quarterback. I think it helps everybody out. So for me, I just say 5 out of 10 because you never want to get too comfortable. Thank y'all.
How would you categorize?
All right, finally broke the century mark with the Patriots yesterday. And again, Drake May was just absolutely flawless. Carolina coming off a 30-0 blanking. They shut out Atlanta the week before. And they started off okay in the first 5, 6 minutes, 7 minutes of the game. But after that, it was all New England. That punt return sparked everything, and they were absolutely outstanding. Some unbelievable games yesterday. There's a ton of them. Obviously, every one of them had something to say. I'm just going to go right down the list here because I got a lot to do and a lot to get to before we have Jay on at the top of the hour. We've got a lot of baseball stuff to get to as well. Have some video. MLB Network broke down the Red Sox Yankees very succinctly. Pretty cool stuff we'll get to with that. All right, Chicago and Vegas yesterday. This was an absolute nail-biter.
First and goal Bears, buck 39 left in regulation. Swift to the outside, in for the Chicago touchdown. And the Bears punching back have retaken the lead here in Vegas.
Yep, Chicago wins 25-24. Those of you who bet the over, the total was 48. That put it at 49. And the Bears, I don't believe, covered, though. They were 1.5-point favorites. However, all right, after the game, Pete Carroll on the Raiders' turnovers against the Bears.
Third down opportunities, third down conversions. And they really, on both plays, they did the same thing. And then we fell for it and screwed it up. Yeah, you can't expect to turn the ball over like that and win. It's almost, it doesn't happen. But we overcame it because the defense was so spectacular in the first half, making those, those stops. They were great. And it gave us a chance. The score could have been ridiculous after the first quarter.
All right, Pete Carroll, your team is not good. I still can't believe that my Patriots lost to them opening week, nor can I believe they pissed away last week's game against Pittsburgh. But anyway, we digress. We just stay in the present. My team's 2-2. I'm pretty happy about it overall. Can't be that upset. Speaking of the Steelers in Dublin yesterday, they tried like hell to give this game away, but they did not. They end up winning. Here's the what ended up being the game-winning. Where is it? Well, they won 24-21, but it was very, very close. And bad clock management at the end by the Steelers. It almost cost them, but let's see. Here's one of the highlights.
All day until it developed. Here's Gainwell, left side, and in for his second touchdown.
All right, that made it 21-6, but here let's head to the fourth quarter, and the Vikings trying to make a game of it.
Fourth down and goal. Wentz rolls. Wentz will dump it off for Jalen Naylor, and the Vikings do find the end zone. It's a touchdown, and it's a one-score game with 2 minutes left.
Well, I'll tell you what, they needed their best play. They got it because this play design by Kevin O'Connell was awesome. Jalen Naylor, he started all the way on the backside and ran behind the line of scrimmage and became the front side flat outlet for Wentz. And look, he starts over here, and he's going to just find his way back to the front side of this play action and just come right out the front side, right in front of Carson Wentz.
For his first touchdown of the season.
All right, 24-21, though. That was a final. Atlanta and Washington. This one came down to the wire as well. Remember, Daniels didn't play in this game. Marcus Mariota started in this one, but Michael Penix redeemed himself after last week's debacle.
Oh, man. Second and goal. Penix, end zone, touchdown! Drake London! And Penix with a bullet!
Yeah, it was. And here's one from Mariota to try to make a comeback here.
Fourth down. Mariota looking for it all. End zone! Touchdown! Deebo Samuel with the silencer!
Yes, not enough, though. Not enough. Valiant effort, but Atlanta comes back after being clobbered 30-0 last week by Carolina. They come back and they beat Washington 34-27. Buffalo, a huge favorite. Gabe Morency told you on Friday, don't take Buffalo at home, and he's the biggest Bills fan when they are more than like 2 touchdown favorites. He goes, they never cover, and you know what? He was right. He was right. This was an interesting game. This is close.
They faked the pitch. Rattler end zone. Touchdown. Chris O.
That made it 21-17, and that is in the fourth quarter. But Josh Allen was having none of that.
Chance of just hit the 3 at the end of it. Allen, wide open. Kincaid. Touchdown.
Kincaid is always wide open. I don't get it. He's always wide open. He's excellent. He's one of my favorite players in the league. Buffalo wins 31-19. Bills improve to 4-0. Detroit with a whole hummer against Cleveland. They were big 11-point favorites, and they absolutely got the job done.
3rd and goal. Fake to Montgomery. St. Brown. Touchdown.
That made it 7-7. 17-7 at the time. Detroit goes on to win, beat Cleveland easily 34-10. One of the big stories of the day, the Giants and how they would respond. And this happens all the time in football and in the NFL. Not so much in college, but in the NFL, when there is ever an interim coach or somebody takes over, or there's a backup quarterback that comes in, even though Jackson Dart is going to be the starter for the rest of the season, you know there's going to be, for the first game, an uplifted team. And the Chargers certainly found out about like that the hard way. They got their first loss. Jackson Dart, though, he should have been starting all year. He was pretty good yesterday.
2nd down goal. Dart. Shovel pass caught. That's touchdown. Theo Johnson.
That put them up 20-10 at the time. And let's see what else we got. Jackson Dart says he was pissed at having to come off the field at one point for concussion protocol.
Field for the concussion examination.
I mean, I was pissed. I want to see anybody try to sprint 70 yards as hard as you can, and then you got to run back and get ready for the next play. Like, you're going to be tired. So that's all it was. I was just tired, and obviously I never want to come out of the game.
Yeah, he was 13-20 yesterday for 111 yards and a touchdown. Let's see, here's more from that game. Here's Brian Daboll on Jackson Dart and the Giants' performance.
Jackson Dart, it's kind of a 2-part question. Can you take us what you saw from him in that first drive of the game and then his overall game and leading you guys to that first win?
Yeah, I mean, that's his job as quarterback, make good decisions. Convert, make the right choice. You know, it wasn't perfect. Didn't expect it to be in his first game. But a tough opponent, 3-0 team with a pretty good defense. Thought he made good decisions. Thought we ran the ball well. Thought we controlled the game for the most part. Had some turnovers on defense. But I think the young man played well within himself. Made a huge play when he needed to Theo on that 3rd down play. So happy we got him.
Yeah, too bad he wasn't starting the whole year like he should have been. Scatterbo had 79 yards and 25 attempts as well. Dart had a touchdown running and rushed for 54 yards also. So the Giants improve or get their first win of the year. They're 1-3, and the Chargers fall to 3-1. All right, elsewhere, the Eagles and Tampa Bay. And this one looked like it was going to be all Eagles early. Processing. Oop. Yeah, that's my bad. Let me do it. Actually, that wasn't my bad. Here we go. Oh, good Lord. What is going on with this cut? Let's see. You have a touchdown pass in about 5 seconds.
No twist push formation. No twist push formation just yet. A little flip out here to Goddard. He's going to walk in for a touchdown.
Lots of Eagles fans at Ray J yesterday. That put the Eagles up 14-0 against Tampa Bay. Let's move on now to the. Also, let's go to the second quarter.
slip inside. They're going to get it to Goddard again, who's got two of the easiest touchdown receptions you'll ever see. Second for him today.
Yeah, that made it 21-3 in the second quarter. Now let's move on to the third quarter. Here come the Bucks.
Including a 65-yarder today. Now it's Mayfield. Looking. Rolling. Going deep. Has a man. Ibuka! He's got it! Touchdown, Tampa! From 77.
Oh, yes. Then, I mean, they tried. It ended up being 31-25 at the end. Let's see, where is it? Here's the other one. This ended up being the clincher for the Eagles. The fake tush push.
You want one ready? Oh, they check it out. Saquon Barkley. They fooled everyone. He walks in. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Maybe that was why the play call was a little bit longer. It's like he was getting a few extra words out of his mouth. You try to defend it, you see all the bodies, and then it's just a little counter sweep off of it. Hurts has had two pretty easy touchdown throws today, and Saquon, yeah, that one is probably as easy as it was in walkthrough the night before the game.
All right, after the game, Nick Sirianni with a good message for his boys.
We knew that was going to be a dogfight. It's good to start off that way. 4-0 is good, right? It's good. What did we talk about all week, though? Don't let good get in the way of great, right? We got a lot of work to do. Enjoy every second of this. It's hard to win in the National Football League. It's hard to win in the National Football League. It's even harder to win on the road against a good opponent. Enjoy this, right? Enjoy it. We got a lot to be thankful for.
Yeah, the Bucks had a couple of chances. One at Philadelphia's 40, just under 2 minutes left, but Baker Mayfield got sacked by Jomo, and a 4th-and-9 pass went only for 2 yards. Braden Mann, for the Eagles punter, ran out of bounds for a safety to end the game. It's just amazing, though, because in the second half, seriously, it was Jalen Hurts could not do anything. He was very good in the first half, but he was 0 for 8. I mean, the Eagles barely had any offense at all. Hurt was 0 for 8 in the second half. The Eagles finished with minus 1 yard of offense. Minus 1 yard of offense, and your quarterback went 0 for 8, and they still won the game. Sort of comfortably, to be honest with you. And then again, all three phases. Doesn't have to be sexy, but the defending champion Eagles, they get it done. They got it done. Houston, man, the Tennessee Titans, my man Cam Ward, and this team cannot get out of its own way. Houston blanks them 26-0. Angel, could I impose upon you to scroll down and find Cam Ward? He's probably closer to the top. Let me see, because I did that. Yeah, he's right under.
He should be right under.
Before that, I wanted. This is Chase McLaughlin. It's right under the show, Angel. I wanted to show you this in case you missed it yesterday and weren't watching. In that the Eagles lost, but Chase McLaughlin 65-yard field goal is historic because it's the longest outdoor-made field goal in NFL history. This is unbelievable.
McLaughlin's kick is good! Wow! 65 yards!
Great snap. And just absolutely nukes it. Bryson DeChambeau style. 65 ho-hum.
Yeah. It's Joe Buck and Tom Brady with the call on Fox yesterday. Meanwhile, as I said, right underneath that, the Tennessee Titans are now 0-4, which is, I can't believe it. They got manhandled yesterday by a team that was desperate for one as well, in the Houston Texans. After the game, Cam Ward, not a happy camper.
I mean, if we keeping a buck right now, we ass. So we 0-4. We have. This point, we got nothing to lose. We dropped a quarter of our fucking games, and we've yet to do anything. So we have to lock in, especially myself. On the offensive line, from the defensive line, from the special teams, to all three faces, we have to play together. We have not played together this year yet. And that's just something that, we want to preach about it every day. Every day we got to do better, and we're doing that, but it has to show up on Sundays. It hasn't showed up yet, but it got to show up next week.
Yeah, I've never, when he was at Miami last year, and they had a couple of tough losses at the end, I've never seen him swear or get that upset. He's usually very even-keeled. He is livid. I don't blame him. Numbers weren't great for him yesterday, obviously. 10 of 26, 108 yards, but that offensive line is pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic. He did have an interception. C.J. Stroud went 22 of 28, 233 yards and a couple of touchdowns, but an embarrassing loss for the Titans like that. 20, it's just was awful. Here's D'Amico Ryan on the Texas defense putting it all together.
What I've been trying to tell them? No, it's just guys just being in the right spot, right? No grenades. I call no grenades going off in the back. Nobody's running free. Everybody was disciplined. They were where they're supposed to be. Yeah, they're gonna make some plays. Good team. And Cam, he got out, threw the ball back across the field like we knew he could do. He made a nice play, but guys, they stayed with it. We kept pressing. Our D-line did a great job. We did a really good job in the run game, right? And then our D-line really caused havoc in the passing game. The guys covered really well today.
All right, the Rams and Indianapolis, the upstart Indianapolis with Danny Dimes at quarterback. But let's head, the game was close. Let's head to the fourth quarter.
Game-winning drives in his career. Trying to start one here, and he's got Atwell all alone. 2-2 Atwell, and it's 2-2 goodbye.
Rams go on to win 27-20 in that one over the Indianapolis Colts. Jacksonville at San Francisco. This was an interesting game, more interesting after the game, which we'll get to in a second. Jacksonville and San Fran, an excellent football game. Some highlights.
McCaffrey is the back. Purdy, shovel, McCaffrey, navigating to the end zone for the touchdown. Took advantage of a fast flow defense once again.
Thanks to Fox for the call. It was 17-13 at that time. Let's head to the fourth quarter.
50-yard punt sends Parker Washington back. He's got a punt return touchdown in his career, and he's got an alley, and he might have his second. 96 yards last year against the Patriots. He's going to house this one. And the Jaguars get the score in special teams, 87 yards.
All right, that proved to be the game winner. They go on to win, as I said, 26-21. That put them up 26-14 at the time. But after the game, and Angel, I got the video of this, and you have to listen closely. If not, I have the translation for you. If we could scroll down to, and it's underneath the Patriot stuff, and it's under Nick Wagner. And this is the video after the game. Robert Saleh, the defensive coordinator. Remember what he said earlier this week about Liam Cohen and stealing signs, and that didn't go over too well in the post handshake.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Right. And here we go.
Okay, so here's what happened. In case you missed it, Liam Cohen said, "Keep my name out of your fucking mouth." He said that to Saleh. Saleh fired back. You couldn't really hear it, but I've heard it. "I'll fuck your world up. You don't want to fuck with me. I will fucking end your fucking life."
Yeah. Tell us how you really feel.
All right, after the game, let's see. After the game, where is it? I do have some. Liam Cohen on, well, we'll get to his comment. Liam Cohen opting not to disclose what he said to Robert Saleh.
Oh, not a big deal. You know, just keep that between us.
One more on that one.
No, I'm going to keep that between us. No, just going to keep that between us right now. That's it.
Kyle Shanahan on what was said.
After game, Liam and Salah were exchanging words. I mean, are you surprised that, I assume over sign stealing, are you surprised that Cohen maybe wasn't thrilled about that?
No, try to clear it up, but I didn't see what happened, so I'm not sure. Don't think you should be that sensitive about it, but it is what it is. Not too worried about it.
Okay.
I mean, I understand both sides of it. I understand both sides of it. All I know is if you had ever mentioned sign stealing in any way, shape, or form back in the Patriots' heyday, oh, fucking hell, would have broke loose. It was ridiculous. That story hardly got any play at all, and surprisingly so. Unbelievable. Liam Cohen, Rhode Island guy, South Kingstown, Rhode Island native, and the head coach of Jacksonville Jaguars, in case you didn't hear me say it enough, on forcing 13 turnovers through 4 games.
You know, it's one of those things that right now it's coming in bunches, which is awesome. But like I kind of said to these guys on Saturday morning, it's not just happening. Like there was a play in practice on Friday that it was just a run, and there was 5 or 6 guys punching at the ball. You know, it's what they're doing every single day. It's how they're obviously being coached from those guys. I think Campy and his staff have done a phenomenal job detailing ball disruption. But these guys are being intentional about it, the way that they're practicing, the way that they're preaching it, the way that they're holding each other accountable every day in practice in order to make sure that that is getting seen on the practice tape. So, you know, how long it lasts, I don't know, but it's pretty cool to see right now.
All right, Jacksonville is now 3-1, as San Fran is now 3-1 as well. All right, Angel, let's take a quick break, and when we come back, more highlights in the NFL. Kansas City's win over Baltimore rather easily, but Lamar Jackson got hurt in that game, and then the second highest tie in football history, Green Bay and Dallas. We'll have the highlights of that. A little preview of the Jets in Miami, Cincinnati at Denver, and then a whole bunch of baseball stuff. Go ahead.
Did you want to take Deputy Sean after break?
We have to take a break. I'll going to have to hang on. I got too much to do today. Sure. All right. Phil Castanetti's Sports World in Saugus, Mass. is New England's place to buy or sell the finest in sports memorabilia. For over 35 years, Sports World has offered the finest in sports collectibles. So get on down there. Check them out at 184 Broadway in Saugus. Call 781-233-7222 for more information. 781-233-7222 for more information. Sports World in Saugus. Be there. All right, everybody, quick break, and more of the Pete Sheppard Show continues. More NFL highlights and an MLB Red Sox Yankees preview, and we'll go through all the other series as well. That all begins tomorrow. All part of the Pete Sheppard Show today on a magnificent Monday on the Coastal Sports Digital Network.
Hi, folks. This is Gerard Moynihan of Moynihan Lumber, and I would like you to know that our company has been selling Anderson windows for over 60 years. See the complete line of Anderson windows at any of our 3 locations in North Reading, Beverly, or in Plastown, New Hampshire, or at MoynihanLumber.com.
Hey everybody, it's Pete Sheppard from the Coastal Sports Network. Want to tell you about my good friend Lou DiMuzio and his company. Lou is the president and founder of Ace Technology Advisors. They're big-time tech specialists. At ATA, they're able to craft, implement, and manage the best and most appropriate solution for your business. They leverage their industry-leading experience and their portfolio of technology partners to improve your best practices and infrastructure. So you can get a hold of them at 888-599-4223. That's 888-599-4223. Check them out on their webpage, www.acetechadvisors.com. That's www.acetechadvisors.com. Or you can email them, sales@acetechadvisors.com. Check out my friend Lou DiMuzio and Ace Technology Advisors.
Right now, our country feels divided, but there's a place where people are coming together.
I gotta tell you, I was nervous to talk to someone so different than me.
Me too, but I'm glad we are.
Love Has No Labels and One Small Step are helping people with different political views, beliefs, and life experiences come together through conversation, and it feels good.
Wow, your story is so...
interesting?
Yeah.
When people actually sit down, talk, and listen to one another, they can break down boundaries and connect as human beings. At lovehasnolabels.com/onesmallstep, you can listen to amazing, life-changing conversations and find simple tools to start a conversation of your own.
I know one thing. This conversation gives me hope.
It gives me a lot of hope, too.
Take a step toward bringing our country and your community together by having the courage to start a conversation at lovehasnolabels.com/onesmallstep. A message from StoryCorps, Love Has No Labels, and the Ad Council.
People do some pretty cool things in their 40s and 50s. Why should saving for retirement be any different? I mean, they go back to college, learn new instruments, start skateboarding. Whoa! Okay, maybe that one's not for everybody, but saving for retirement is. With aceyourretirement.org, you can get on track with your retirement savings no matter your age. Just have a 3-minute chat with Avo, the friendly digital retirement coach from AARP. You'll get personalized recommendations based on your input that are easy to understand and work with your lifestyle. It's quick, easy, and free. Plus, it's sponsored by AARP, so you know they got your back.
Woohoo! Gnarly move, Dad.
Thanks, sweetie. So, wherever you are in your retirement savings journey, head to aceyourretirement.org and start chatting with Avo today. That's aceyourretirement.org. A message from AARP and the Ad Council.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting. A teenager. Learning the lingo.
Today I'm going to help parents translate teen slang. Now, when a teen says something is on fleek, it's exactly like saying, that's rad. It simply means that something is awesome or cool. Another one is totes. It's exactly like saying, totally, just shorter. As in, I totes love going to the mall with Becca. Another word you might hear is jelly. Jelly is a shorter, better way to say jealous. As in, Chloe, I am like so jelly of your unicorn phone case.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will think you're, rad, just the same. To learn more, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
This is the story of a very special woman. In a matter of seconds, she turned herself into a great mathematician or an entrepreneur. Her knowledge was limitless and still is. She could also make monsters disappear, especially those that lurked in the shadows under the bed. Once, this woman put back together a teenage girl's broken heart, which had been shattered in 1,000 pieces, just by giving her a bear hug. She masqueraded as a regular person at work, but as a superhero at home. Everyone knows her as Gabriella. I still call her Mom.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need to help, complete with tips and resources at aarp.org/caregiving.
Don't spaz out because your team lost. Let Pete do it for you. Now, back to the Pete Sheppard Show.
Field goal. Pass in zone, caught, touchdown, Hollywood Brown, number 4 for Mahomes. On a 4th down play, no less. His first 4-touchdown game since October of 23.
You're going to see him come all the way across the field. No safety help because you're trying to shut the run down. Nobody better than Patrick Mahomes.
All right, that's TBS with the call there. Wubba, 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 downtown Hollywood Brown. Those of you who watch MTV should know who Julie Brown is. But anyway, Hollywood Brown, what a cool name, huh? And Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs just eviscerated the Baltimore Ravens yesterday, 37-20 in that one. And Lamar Jackson got hurt in the third quarter. He threw for 147 yards with a touchdown in his first pick before he got hurt. Cooper Rush from the Central Michigan Chippewas came in to finish up. Not good enough. And the Chiefs must win for both teams. They're now 2-2. The Ravens, incredibly, are 1-3 in that game. Let's see. What else we got? Juju Smith-Schuster and Tyquan Thornton. I refuse to play the highlights for them because you did jack diddly poo when you're with the Patriots for the last couple years. And Tyquan Thornton, all of a sudden, we always knew had tremendous speed, couldn't run a route to save his life, and all of a sudden he goes to Kansas City and things change. Oh, well. Not that I'm holding any grudges. 37-20, the Kansas City Chiefs win over the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, in Dallas, history was made before we get to the game-tying field goal for the second largest tie in NFL history. How about this little nugget from the first quarter? It's 13-0 at the time, Green Bay, until this.
McManus has the extra point blocked, and the Cowboys trying to take it back for two with Marquise Bell. So Dallas on the board with a two-pointer off the blocked extra point.
Yes, and that made it 13-2. Don't really see a whole lot of that. Anyway, let's move on. Not going to play every highlight because there were tons of scoring in this game. Let's move on to the fourth quarter.
A lot of safeties in. There are going to be some chances down the field.
That got rid of it. Here's Pickens inside the 10. Pickens to the goal line. He's in for the touchdown.
Yes, I made it 37-34. Of course, Green Bay came down and got the game-tying field goal and went into overtime. Dallas scores. Each team gets a possession now, so Dallas gets a field goal, and here is the end of the game. McManus trying to tie it for the Green Bay Packers.
McManus for the tie, 34. And this one is good, and this one ends in the second highest scoring tie game.
After the game, Packers head coach Matt LaFleur on the Kiss Your Sister tie to you and me.
Obviously, didn't come down here to tie a football game, but that's what happened. It's disappointing in regards to just too many critical mistakes that led to that tie. Give Dallas credit. They did a great job offensively, moving the ball down the field. But there's a lot of things that we all have to clean up, starting with myself. I mean, we're trying to be aggressive at the end of the half, and that really bit us in the butt.
All right, Gaines ends up in a 40-40 tie. Dylan says, good morning, gents. Andrew, can you tell me what the heck the Eagles were doing on that last play? Risky. It was a smart play. You take the safety, you don't get into trouble there. That was a very smart move.
Yep.
At all. And it didn't affect the spread either. I wish it did.
Big Mom called that one in.
Yeah, I had the Eagles plus 3.5 on my pigskin pick, so that didn't work out for me. But yeah, I mean, it's not. You'll see that from time to time. Spalding coaches, it's a smart move. Then you punt it out of there and end the game. The Jets are at Miami tonight, and Cincinnati is at Denver as well. A couple of Monday Night Football games. Justin Fields detailed Jets quarterback and some of the symptoms he had to deal with this past week.
What were some of the symptoms that you had? Like you said, you kind of.
Yeah, migraines throughout the day, sensitivity to light, that was a big one. What other ones? I couldn't really focus. Like if I tried to concentrate on the paper, I couldn't really focus. My head would hurt a little bit. So just small stuff like that was kind of weird to me, but yeah.
Is that more frustrating because you know, like muscle or something like that, but this is dealing with your hand?
Yeah, and yeah, I mean it is. So you just got to be smart with it. You can play through soft tissue injuries and stuff like that, but I'm going to need my brain the rest of my life. So most important thing is just me being smart and not putting myself at risk for a long time.
All right, we'll see what happens tonight. It's the Jets in Miami, and God, I've got 6-5 and pick them. Who the hell knows? Who the hell knows if Mike McDaniel, a.k.a. the Wild Thing, a.k.a. Charlie Brown, is even going to have a job after tomorrow if they start off 0-4. Thought he should have been fired already. All right, a couple of college football things to tell you about, too. Some unbelievable action over the weekend. Mississippi over LSU, 24-19. Oregon, Penn State, this was my underdog lock of the week, and it's James Franklin once again, who's lost, 15 straight to ranked teams. This was this is what did them in at the end.
Take it to Pena. Aller, sideline. Oh, it's picked! Dylan Thieneman calls game. That's a walk-off, whiteout winner for the Ducks.
And Drew Aller is just going to kind of underthrow. He's going to try to make the perfect throw. He doesn't throw it far enough, and Thieneman slips right underneath it and gets the interception. He got beat earlier in the game. This time, slips right underneath the intended target, and Oregon walks off with the win.
Yeah, they did. 30-24. What else is new? Double overtime, but nevertheless, you just knew Oregon was going to find a way. And they did. And Penn State found a way again to lose. James Franklin cannot beat a ranked team to save his life. Alabama beat Georgia 24-21. This was surprising. Now, Alabama's had Georgia's number. Now they're Georgia's now like 1-6 against the last 7, but the previous 5 had been in Tuscaloosa. This was in Athens. As a 2.5-point favorite, I thought they'd be able to get it done. Kirby Smart, after the game on Saturday, talked about the difficulties.
Like, if you're going to play Alabama, and this quarterback is accurate, is on time, he knows his protections. Watch the third downs and see. We got free runners at the quarterback. He gets the ball out. Okay, we get a free run at the quarterback. He breaks a tackle, spins out, goes and runs around and throws a completion. You play zone, he hits you in a soft spot. The cover 2 hole throw. I mean, early in the game, he made some really, really good plays, and we were pitching and throwing to him. But at the end of the day, to play well in this league on third down, you got to be able to put hands on people and cover them. And we did that in the second half. We didn't really do that in the first. And it wasn't that we didn't try. They just beat us.
No excuses. Absolutely no excuses losing that game at home. Sorry, but maybe Georgia's just not as good as we thought they were. They dropped in the rankings. Miami fell to 3rd. They didn't even play. They dropped them from 2 to 3. Ohio State still won. Oregon now jumped up to 2. But the Hurricanes will take on Florida State, which we'll get to that game in a second. Another thrilling game Saturday, Illinois over USC. This was a great game.
Clean snap, good hold, it's up. And good! Illinois wins on a last-second walk-off field goal by David Olano. 34-32.
Gus Johnson, every single play is like a Super Bowl winning touchdown or a college football. Every single play. Gus, take it easy, Gus. I used to like him a lot. Now it's just aggravating. Now it's aggravating to listen to him through an entire game. Something that's not aggravating. How about the Virginia Cavaliers?
Play action for Morris. Rolling out. Tucks it under. Hunting the pylon. He's not there. Touchdown.
That put Virginia up 46-38 in overtime. And then
here comes the blitz. Castellanos in trouble. Heaves one towards the end zone. Intercepted. It's over. Virginia has done it.
never in my life have I seen so many people storm a field so quickly. It was like there was no security. I mean, we've seen, teams do it all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, again, Florida State was ranked 8th. So, I mean, I said it the other day. Again, I mean, storming the field now is just like, it's kind of lost its luster. Yeah, the Cavs won a huge game against a ranked opponent. Okay. I forget who the receiver was for Florida State. He got absolutely, if you see him in the left corner of the end zone, gets absolutely trampled.
Yep.
I hope he's okay. I mean, I don't know how he didn't suffocate, to be honest with you. But it was unbelievable. And on that note, Angel, if we could scroll down right under the USF ice hockey thing under my Twitter feed, which is congratulations to them, right? I think they won again.
No, they lost.
Josh, our man, Canadian Josh Frey, he has, the big Florida Gator fan. He has a little message for you Florida State fans out there. You may or may not like it, but I can tell you this, as usual, it is entertaining as all hell.
Good boy.
Hey, Florida State fan, come sit by us. It's a seat right here, Listen, I'm the same person, but y'all went and bought the Kool-Aid, poured the Kool-Aid in the thing, put some warm water in the Kool-Aid, put some sugar in the Kool-Aid, stir the Kool-Aid up, put it in your freezer, let it freeze real good. When it made you some food, got the Kool-Aid out, and then drank that Kool-Aid. Y'all thought y'all was going to do the thing. I came to y'all for help. I said, you know what? Miami beat us. We took it on the chin. I still got my beard, but we took it on the chin. Y'all, I came to, hey, can y'all just go down there and beat Miami real quick for me before we beat y'all? Not after watching y'all play. Y'all might be 3-9 when y'all get us. 3-8, 3, whatever y'all ain't beating us. Okay, y'all ain't even a threat. Y'all a false alarm. Y'all 2 o'clock in the morning when your phone go, you gotta grab your phone because it's vibrating. You scared. You got waking up about your sleep, so you scared and you looking around like what's going on. You think the Lord coming back, but then you see it's just Florida State and you put your phone back down. Y'all are a man handing they chick the phone with absolutely no problem. Hey, you can go through my phone, go through every single app. Here, let me open up my emails. Let me open up the Candy Crush apps in case you think I'm like chatting with somebody about playing. Y'all ain't no threat, man. Y'all are nothing. Y'all, I can eat Taco Bell at 3 a.m. and not worry about my stomach hurting. That's who y'all is. Y'all hospital food. Y'all Panera Bread. That's what y'all are. Y'all Panera Bread. Y'all that hard-ass baguette that look good in the foot before you bite into it and you realize you're going to lose all your teeth because the bread just ain't that good. Y'all ain't. Miami going to beat the brakes off y'all. Y'all the banana in the tailpipe. Y'all just not. Y'all not what I thought y'all was. I thought I was going to be able to go get my homeboy and be like, hey, listen, Miami did this to us. I got to tell the truth. They beat us. Can y'all go out there and handle that fuss before we beat y'all up? Y'all ain't finna handle nothing. Y'all gas station cookies at 9 p.m. Okay? Y'all Waffle House parked next to a Howard Johnson. We just looking at y'all like, you gonna really eat that Waffle House next to that Howard Johnson? Okay, we know it's going down. No protection. Y'all are who we thought y'all were. Y'all are who we thought y'all were. Yeah, that's who y'all is. Y'all drunk all the Kool-Aid. We back. We put up 86,000 points on Kent State. We so back. Our quarterback's a high truck. We so back. They rode the horse way better than y'all. Y'all the horse that you put a quarter in 1992 in front of the store and it just go like this. Y'all the house that we want to go to as kids because your mama used to pinch us and y'all never had nothing to drink in y'all house. Y'all the Super Nintendo with one controller. We had to wait for each other to play Mortal Kombat. Y'all basura. Y'all trash. Them people down there in Miami gonna come to Tallahassee and they'll kick all y'all shit over. I'm telling you what they gonna do. They gonna go to Tallahassee, Florida, and they gonna kick all y'all stuff over. They gonna have mud and boo-boo and Seminole boo-boo on their boots, and they gonna be all over y'all couch. Yep. I'm sorry. I should have never even called y'all. Y'all garbage.
Oh boy!
Oh man, I can't wait for that game Saturday night on ABC. I don't know if Game Day is going to go there now that Florida State lost. I heard they still might be going there, but it doesn't really matter. All right,
Jeez.
I love him, absolutely love him. All right, Angel, right under the show. MLB Network. Let's do a little preview here. Red Sox won the regular season series with the Yankees 9-4, but we all know that doesn't mean a whole hill of beans. So the Red Sox have had their number in the playoffs recently. Right under the show, there's going to be a couple of them. This first one is right under. It's titled "The Red Sox won the regular season series," and here's MLB Network preview. Red Sox Yankees tomorrow night. All 3 games, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, are it's one right under the show. There's 2 I'm going to play. The second one's about Garrett Crochet. The first one is above that. First one is above that. It says Red Sox won the regular season series.
Yeah, this is it.
Okay.
Rivals now head-to-head in the playoff season series went 9-4 in favor of the Red Sox. Garrett Crochet and Max Fried, you'd figure they're starting against each other, both with excellent success against the other club during this season. Runs per game, Yankees are number 1, hitting number 1. Starter ERA also in favor of the Yankees at number 4. Bullpen ERA, that's a big discrepancy right there. Defensive runs saved. Neither is, the early 70s Orioles, Tom Verducci. And base running runs, Red Sox run a little better than the Yankees. So just overall thoughts on this, especially Aaron Judge coming off another monstrous season, Tom.
Yeah, listen, there's questions about Judge in the postseason just because he hasn't done it yet in terms of just taking over a series. Doesn't mean he can't, obviously, because I think someday he will. But you look at his numbers, this is part of his playing record, right? Mm-hmm. But I love the month of September that he had. Listen, he had an awesome year. But I thought for the first time this year, and Aaron Boone will tell you this, he was locked in September. He put up great numbers, but I think you saw Judge at his best coming into this postseason.
Yeah, I mean, look, the Yankees in general are rolling this September, winning 8 in a row. And look, I think
They would have liked to win the division, but they're still hot. This team believes that they're going to turn the narrative. No Roman Anthony on the Boston side, I think, throws things a tick towards the Yankees. What I say, the Yankees have more ways to win this year, Tom. Defensively, they're a better team. They're running the bases way better than we saw them last year. I think you talk about Judge and Stanton, but the additions of Bellinger, Rice, Grisham, I think there's a lot more ways to win. This Yankees bullpen's the only question mark for me, but Williams and Bednar have been great lately.
All right, and if we can continue right under that MLB Network analysis, Garrett Crochet against the Yankees this year.
Here it comes. Full screening.
Pitching, though, even despite the numbers, Red Sox go at the very top. You talk about a front-loaded rotation. Crochet leading the league in innings and ER and strikeouts. I mean, he's been a monster.
He's been a monster. Listen, in a wild card series, the first game obviously is huge, right? But I think this is the story of this series because the Yankees are going to have to do something they haven't done all year, and that is beat Garrett Crochet. And not only has he pitched well against them, he has dominated them. I went back and I looked at Boston Red Sox left-handers, 4 starts in a season against the Yankees. Who do you think had the lowest whip against the Yankees? Garrett Crochet was second. Number 1 is Babe Ruth.
Oh, okay.
1917.
All right. I was trying to think. That was Mel Harder. Did he throw for left-handed? I don't know. But all right, go ahead.
So Crochet has matched up really well against this Yankees team. Just a dominant pitcher. And listen, most of these series are going to go the way Game 1 goes. We have a great matchup for Game 1 in this series, but the Yankees are going to have to dent Garrett Crochet, and they haven't done that all year.
Yeah, Crochet's been a monster. Max Fried has delivered, as advertised.
I think the Yankees can make a run because Max Fried and Rodon are just as equally have been at times good. Max Fried's going to have to show up. You're talking about after Crochet, you've got to be Giolito, who's been very good. Bayo, the back end of that Boston bullpen. Weissert, Whitlock to Chapman have been just about automatic. I just wonder if the offense can pull enough out against this Yankee team to make it go. This is going to be tit for tat. The last time Boston Red Sox walked into Yankee Stadium, they looked like clearly the better team. Then you watch them play in Fenway last week, the Yankees look like a better team.
Yeah.
This is going to be a dogfight and something we all can't wait to watch.
Yeah.
All right. Yes, absolutely. All right. A couple of other baseball notes. Again, game 1, 2, and 3, the best of 3, could be a best of 2. All 3 games at Yankee Stadium all begin at 6 o'clock Eastern time on ESPN. Other baseball news. All the Mets had to do to get in the postseason was win. We'll get to them in a second. They lost 4-0. Or had the Reds lose. Reds did lose, but the Mets needed to win. But because the Mets lost, the Reds are in the postseason. And Terry Francona elated after the game.
Terry Francona, if we may, you've done this before. Tito, you've been here before. This can never get old, correct?
Oh, are you kidding me? Look at this room. I mean, they deserve to blow it out. And I know we got some stuff ahead of us, but not in the next hour.
You've said so many times, worry about today. Worry about today. How were you able to get this team to the finish line?
You know what? They're a team, and they act like a team. They play like a team. We go through tough times like a team. Now we're going to party a little bit like a team.
You have been a player. You've been a manager. Can you take us through what maybe these players are going through right now? Because I know you're more happy for them than yourself.
I am so proud of them. I want to sit back and watch them have fun. They deserve it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Great stuff. Elsewhere around Major League Baseball yesterday. Then I'll give you a complete playoff rundown. How about this finish for the whatever Cleveland's name is, Garden.
Right field. It's deep. It is on the pole. Book it. Rocchio rocks the house in the bottom of the ninth.
Uh, 9-8 final. And then, as I said, Miami beats the Mets 4-0. Here's Pete Alonso after the game on SNY Network says he's going to opt out, become a free agent. And I can tell you this, Red Sox, go get this guy. They better be in the hunt, and I mean seriously.
What are your thoughts about your future with this franchise?
I mean, for me, like I mean,
playing for this organization, the city. I mean, it's really, I mean, for me, they've continued to believe in me. And I mean, I've loved playing here. There's some great guys in this clubhouse. There's some great people in the staff, and I mean, every single day it's just been a pleasure coming to work and putting on the orange and blue. So for me, it's yeah. I mean, I've really appreciated and been nothing but full of gratitude every single day. So I mean, yeah. I mean, nothing's guaranteed, but I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, I've loved being a Met, so. Hopefully they've appreciated me the same.
Do you expect to opt out of your contract, Pete?
Yeah, yes.
See, that's it. I mean, he gone, as we say down here in Florida. He gone. There's no doubt about it. And the Red Sox should go get him. If they could sign him now and put him in the lineup tomorrow, would be great. But
sure would be.
I have a feeling they're going to be. I have a feeling they're going to be in on it. Now we'll see how serious John Henry is next season when it comes to getting this guy, because he's opting out. There's no way he wants to stay with the Mets, and that'll be that. He'll be gone. All right, thanks again for checking us out here across the on the Pete Sheppard Show on the Coastal Sports Digital Network and across our awesome video platform. Checking me out on Twitter at pshep326 or X, whatever you want to call it, on YouTube, Kick, Rumble, CSDN, Florida. On the Odyssey app, we're on Instagram, we're on LinkedIn, and call or text the show 727-858-6650. There you have it. So running down the MLB postseason, as I said, begins at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Tigers at the Guardians. That's all these. That's on ESPN starting at 1. At 3 o'clock, the Padres at the Cubs. Should be a great series. And at 6 o'clock, you have, the Padres at the Cubs is 3 o'clock on ABC. 6 o'clock is the Red Sox-Yankees, game 1 there, with an outstanding southpaw-on-southpaw matchup with Garrett Crochet versus Max Fried. That's at 6 o'clock on ESPN. And then the nightcap, Terry Francona's Cardiac Kids, the Cincinnati Reds, who backed in, but that's okay because the Mets can't even score a run against Miami. Reds and the Dodgers will go at it at 9 o'clock tomorrow. All of these best of 3. That is something. While you Philly people, you just wait and see. You just wait and have some nice relaxation time, and you hang out and see who's winning. Same with the Blue Jays as well. Your number 1 and number 2 seeds. So hanging out. The number 1 seeds anyway, hanging out, waiting to see what happens. All right, let's see. What else we got here? What else we got here? I was going to mention the Ryder Cup. And this is the only thing I'm going to say about. Well, I'm going to say here's Rory McIlroy after the. And it was an interesting way to end. Actually, I'll probably hold off on that. I mean, you had Hovland wake up with a crick in his neck, and they gave the other team a half a point. And yada yada yada, blah blah blah, yada yada yada. The bottom line is and it's not a representation of the United States, but the fans up at the Black Course up there in upstate New York, you're throwing bottles, you're throwing cans at Rory McIlroy's wife. I mean, it was a bad look for the country, even though hopefully nobody puts that group of fans in with the entire country, but the whole world was watching, and you people made jackasses out of yourselves. It was ridiculous. And it has nothing to do with Trump being, and I'm not talking about any of that crap. I'm talking about just fans and the way they acted is just a certain, it was not very couth, as we say. It was a bad look.
Yep.
And the U.S. lost the Ryder Cup, which I don't get overly emotional about it either way. I don't think to me, it's not a huge deal. I love golf, but I like the Ryder Cup. I get to see them win. It's not like I'm sitting there watching that over football yesterday. I know a lot of people are, and they take it really way seriously, and and just to shout the stuff they did at Rory McIlroy and some other stuff. Yeah, he chirped back, and then he delivered. They like F-bombing him all over the place, and then he sticks it 2 feet away from the hole, gets a birdie, and they go on to win. Anyway, I just thought some of you guys up in upstate New York, you just you embarrassed yourselves. You really did. It was disgusting to watch. It's got to be. You got to have a little, show more class, be better. You can cheer and root for your team. I think Rory talked about it. He's like, instead of heckling me, why aren't you rooting for your guys? Instead of saying F me and my family, why don't you start supporting? It was a bad look overall. But anyway, we digress. Anyway, We say good morning to the one and only Jay Flannelly up in New York.
I'm not. Trust me, I'm not in fucking New York. Let's talk about the fucking Mets. So they shouldn't be in New York either. They should be all executed. But that's okay.
Well, let's not go. Let's
No, let's do that.
Yes.
Yes. Oh no. Yes. Yes.
Well, in a sports-related term, yes, blow up the team. But don't worry, Pete Alonso already said he's opting out. And if John Henry has any balls and is smart,
doesn't.
He doesn't. He doesn't. He has to prove it to me. He has to prove it to me. But they should absolutely go after him. But he's not going back to that team.
You want me to tell you where he's going to go? I'll tell you right now.
He might go to the Yankees.
Exactly. He's going to go right across the street. And you know where Jay's going to go? Jay's going to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
I'm not going to watch the Mets anymore. If they don't keep, I'm serious. If they don't keep Pete, I'm out.
They're not going to keep him.
I know they're not.
Actually, you know what? I'm sure they're going to give him quite the offer. I don't know if he wants to stay.
Why would he want to stay?
I am happy for Frank.
I mean,
Porter.
think about. No.
How do you know?
You brought this up. You brought this up. Let me yell.
Yeah, go ahead.
They went into game 162 with the 300 or whatever the hell $1 million payroll, and Pete, they didn't have anybody to pitch.
Yeah.
They didn't have anyone to pitch. And hey, it's not like they have any history of losing game 162 to the fucking Marlins to be eliminated from the playoffs.
Not scoring.
Oh no, they've done it 3 times. Mendy, we failed. No fucking shit, you idiot. That's why you're getting fired. You should be getting fired. They made the exact same mistake in 2007, and they kept Willie Randolph when he blew the 7-game lead with 17 to go. They didn't fire him, and the whole team had a hangover the next year, and then they fired him. And by the way, Willie Randolph was a way better manager than Carlos Mendoza.
Mm-hmm.
Carlos Mendoza is like the lunchroom supervisor with this team. they need to. Guys,
would you like more meatloaf?
Yes. Juan, you don't want to play today? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's whatever. And listen, Mendy is a problem, but their single biggest problem is David Stearns, the general manager of this team. They did this philosophy of let's bring in rehab type pitchers because it worked last year with Severino and Quintana and all those guys and Minaya. The only guy they hit on this year was Clay Holmes. Minaya paid the price for last year. He was never the same. Senga is my favorite story of this team. This is all you need to know about the Mets. He's supposed to be their ace. He has to be sent down to the minors in September. He gets sent down to the minors. He pitches like 2 games and says, you know what, I suck. I can't pitch anymore.
You guys used 8 pitchers yesterday.
They lost. You realize they set the major league record for most pitchers used by a team in a season, right?
Yeah.
It's at 47. How do you use 47 pitchers? And by the way, the whole purpose of this was to prevent them having to call their kids up from the minors, who, of course, they were up and pitching for the team the last 3 weeks, and Sprout, McLean, and Jung. And Jung looks like he looks like Calvin Schiraldi in the 86 World Series. It's like, this is Calvin and he's like 20. He looks like he's 20 years old, but this was look when he's in the game.
On June 12th, you guys were 45 and 24.
I know. 45 and 24. I know. I also know 38 and 55.
38 and 55.
38 and 55.
It's one thing that all you have to do is win.
And the goddamn Brewers helped us.
You don't score in the game. You can talk about the pitching all you want. You only gave up 4 runs. You can't even get a run.
Pitching's horrible.
Yeah, but you okay.
And by the way, random things happen.
Couldn't hit for shit in the game either.
I know, Pete. Pete, you want to know the hardest ball the Mets hit all year? Did you see this from yesterday? The ball Alonso hit in the 5th inning where the guy made the ridiculous play?
Yes.
Yeah. It was the hardest ball the Mets have hit all year.
Yep.
And, of course, it goes right to this asshole's glove. So, no, I knew this was going to happen last weekend when they lost those 2 goddamn games to the goddamn fucking Nationals. Their center fielder, center fielder, another team in our division that should be contracted. The two, and of course they beat us all the time. The two plays the kid made in center field, the hacky sack play and the other play he made that at least saved 3 runs. We lost by 1 run, and then the next day our goddamn big center fielder acquisition can't play a ball in center field, and it's ring around the rosy, and the kid has an inside the park home run in extra innings. After we came back and tied the game, which is very rare for the Mets, because the Mets are like 0-70 when they're trailing after 8 innings, which is amazing to do considering who they allegedly have on this team that are all these studs. So, I mean, it's so goddamn embarrassing. It really is. At least I won't have to talk about Bobby Bonilla anymore.
I felt your pain in the past.
So,
but yes.
Shut up, Pete.
I'm going to make you feel better. I'm going to play a cut. It's going to make you feel better. I'm being serious.
Talk about my friend James Franklin.
Take it to Pena. Aller, sideline. Oh, it's picked! Dylan Thieneman calls game. That's a walk-off whiteout winner for the Ducks.
And Drew Aller is just going to kind of underthrow. He's going to try to make the perfect throw. He doesn't throw it far enough, and Thieneman slips right underneath it and gets the interception. He got beat earlier in the game. This time, slips right underneath the intended target, and Oregon walks off with the win.
The only thing that sucked about that game, and I told you the underdog of the week, and we were talking about it, and James Franklin is now 0-15 or whatever it is against top 10 teams, is that the game had to go to double overtime and make people stay up longer than they needed to before the eventual.
No, go ahead, Peter. Go ahead, sir.
The inevitable was going to happen. Everybody besides the 110,000 people knew that they were going to lose. It's just a matter of when. You know what also I love? How about Oregon's uniform? How about the Ducks uniform?
Oh, yeah.
Wearing the white with the – that was awesome. That the way – forget the white out. And then Penn State was in their, dark blue or black, whatever it is they wear. But inevitable, James Franklin cannot beat a ranked team. It is unbelievable, but not totally unexpected. Right.
Well, I mean, you and I talked about it. I openly said many times on your show, I'm just waiting for James Franklin to screw Penn State up. And God, did he show up big. Now, in his defense, Drew Aller was horrible.
Yeah.
And that was a first down play in overtime that he threw in the triple coverage. And by the way, all these NFL draft geeks, 1 week it's Arch Manning, 1 week it's that stiff. Your boy is pretty good at Miami. My boy is good at Notre Dame. And there's a lot of other quarterbacks, these no-name guys that are good. Now, Carson Beck is a name, but he wasn't Drew Aller or Arch Manning, and there's probably another guy you can come up with.
And honestly, who's, I think, looking the best? I like my guy Carson Beck, but if you're looking for that Cam Ward type from last year, is the kid from USC, J.D. Mayava.
Yes.
He was spectacular on Saturday against Illinois. Absolutely spectacular. That kid's the real deal.
Okay, I'm trying to remember. He was at UNLV. Is that where he was?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, that's interesting because that's a lot like Carson.
If he knew Dan was coming there, he might have stayed.
Oh, I know. That's a lot. That's a lot like Cam Ward, where he's at
Washington State.
What is it? Applet Wood, and then yeah. And Washington State. Yeah, he was all over the place.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I mean, Drew Aller, he looks like a Cleveland Browns quarterback. He really does. I mean, a loser coached by a loser. And by the way, I have made a change.
You have?
I have everybody around me, when I say his name, they know who I'm talking about. I call James Franklin Field Goal. He's not Field Goal anymore. He's got a new name.
Okay.
Big Game James. Big Game James. That's it. And everybody will know who that is when he shows up. And he should get an NIL deal with the Pens and give it to his players. I mean, it was almost as funny as 2 years ago when Sharon's first game coaching, when the Skip Mental patient was coaching our team, and he's now in Los Angeles. But Sharon's coaching the game. Hey, we just ran the ball 35 times. Are they awake over there? Are they doing anything? Okay, no, they're running their same fucking defense. Okay, give them Corum again. And I mean, it's just a circle of incompetence. It really is. And how he treated Marcus Freeman last year at the playoff press conference, treated him like his little brother. It was embarrassing. And then Marcus Freeman kicked his ass. And it was hilarious. But he's a dope. I want him extended though at Penn State. Give him a 10-year extension. I heard all these changes. 16 teams in the playoffs. Penn State's going to be great. They're all going to come in. Ryan Day won a goddamn championship. Okay, you know what I think of him. I wouldn't hire him to walk me to a hot blonde with a bag of donuts.
He's a New England guy. I root for him.
I love him at least once a year. Franklin is a dope. He's just horrible.
But they could still they could still get into postseason. But it doesn't matter. They'll be playing a ranked team, which means an L.
The ideal scenario is that they get a home game and they get eliminated at home, and then he has to deal with the repercussions.
He's dealt with them already. He's dealt with them already.
I know.
I know. It doesn't matter home or away. He can't beat a ranked team.
No, I know it's hilarious, but yeah. I was having trouble falling asleep after the game, so I had the distinct privilege of putting on the Penn State post-game radio call-in show.
Oh, how was that? They want Franklin fired?
You thought I said some mean things about my Mets. Yeah, fire his ass is like a .com now, I think. How much do we pay this idiot was another one. What does Penn State do really well? And that's the thing I've said. Tell me what the identity of Penn State football is under James Franklin, other than losing every big game they play. I mean, what do they do? What are they known for?
They win 9 or 10
when you watch,
they win 9 or 10 games a year. And
I'm talking about style of play.
I mean, when you think of Penn State football in the past, you think of good defense and a team in the trenches, offensive line, going to run the ball really well. Occasionally, you get a Todd Blackledge type that comes in and can throw the ball all over the place, but not really.
Terry Collins.
A hard-nosed, grounded out, grinding team. But you're right. It's tough to figure them out.
Yeah, I mean, when I see James Franklin, I think of toughness beat.
Strone.
Hey, we ran the ball 35 straight times. Are they going to put in the goal line no? Coach, I don't do it. Okay, cool. Give him Corbin again. It's just like and Sharon's sitting there like he's sitting on his couch, watching Game of Thrones, and Franco's like, it's like.
I was thinking of, that particular game we're talking about. I always go back to one of the great underrated football movies, I think, one of Tom Cruise's first movies, All the Right Moves.
All the Right Moves.
And the way they were going up in that big regular season game on the road against that other great Ampipe. No, they were Ampipe. They're going up against, they had to travel. Anyway, they practice all week when, what's his name, the running back, he's like, when someone comes up, he's going to. So they ran 62 stack monster in practice, which is their goal line defense, the entire game.
This is the ball, son.
See, that's a football.
That's a man.
That's a man.
That's a man.
But they ran 62 stack monster the whole time. And I'm like, why isn't Michigan doing that? Why aren't they trying to do something? To stop it anyway, or the other team. It's just crazy. But anyway, I don't know why that maybe.
By the way, the funniest part, and not to just beat on James Franklin, because I'm sure he's a very nice guy.
Yeah.
And I hope he has another 20 years at Penn State.
He's the Mike McDaniel of the Big Ten.
Wow. I don't even know if he's Mike McDaniel, because Mike McDaniel actually can coach offense.
No.
So James Franklin was a wide receiver coach. And that's been like the shittiest position on Penn State. Since he's gotten there, they haven't developed any wide receivers, and they went into the portal and brought in, one of the three kids that the wonderful quarterback Alar missed on that pass that lost the fucking game. So, Alar and Franco fit on the Mets. Maybe we can bring them in. So, I mean, I couldn't play for the Mets. Completely lower expectations.
Instead of meet the Mets, can we switch the
I'm handling this well. And by the way, from now on, when I come on this show, until further notice, any network show, they're not the Mets. We refer to them as the Mess, the New York Mess. They have not earned the Mets name. If you saw when Ron Darling and Keith Hernandez and Gary Cohen were talking about the postmortem after the game, And Ron Darling almost got out of his chair to go fight the Marlins because they were taking pictures like they won the fucking World Series in front of their dugout. And Ron Darling was more mad than our fucking players.
So so we'll change the name of the song. Instead of Meet the Mets.
Mess. Meet the mess.
No, Beat
the mess. Guaranteed to have a shitty day. Every time you watch us play, you don't know what the fuck to say. I mean, Jesus. I mean.
Beat the mess. Beat
the mess. Beat
Come
the mess.
on
Show
over and beat the mess.
Roll out the ball and beat the mess. The goddamn mess. And put Mendoza up there. Well, we tried hard. Shut up and get him out of my sight.
All right, let me ask you this. Let me ask you
the guy, what I'd be saying.
Let me do a hard pivot to the NFL real quick. In the entertainment world, Bad Bunny will headline the Super Bowl 60 halftime show. The NFL announced.
I swear to God, I thought he was a.
Hey, I don't.
Go.
The only bunnies I know are Bugs Bunny, I suppose Peter Rabbit. I'm trying to think. What other bunnies do I know? Jessica, but yeah, what is Bad Bunny? Angel, Jay, do you know? I don't. What is bad? I never heard of Bad Bunny. Never heard of him. What is?
You really want me to answer this? I actually thought it was a porno star or something.
I did too.
I actually thought it was a porno star or something. Yeah.
Angel, though, you know who the Bad Bunny is. Can we play a clip?
He's a low level musician. He's like a rapper, I believe.
And I heard Taylor Swift. I guess she got mad. She felt disrespected, just like a lot of players. she felt disrespected. I don't know the whole story.
Because her Chiefs won't be there, so her Chiefs won't be there. So
well, it's not even that. It's just whatever. I don't know who Bad Bunny. Never heard of Bad Bunny. What is a Bad Bunny?
So he's from the island, and the only reason why he pretty much
whoa. When you say the island, Long Island, Puerto Rico, Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's his real
there
name?
You go.
What's his real name?
I forgot. I think it's like Bartholomew Fart, some crap. I don't know, whatever his name is. But
I'll look it up. So tell me about Bad Bunny, and let's play a clip if we could.
It's just think about someone. Who's our fake Jamaican rapper that he finally came out?
What, the Milli Vanilli guys?
No. What is it? Call Me Angels. Anyways, I don't freaking come to you. But just think about someone just trying to talk, and then every other word that he says, that's Bad Bunny. So it's like basically like, hey, you want to see the Mets?
She's like Post Malone.
Okay, no,
kind of like Post Malone.
Hang on. Hold on. I got it. Bad Bunny, real name, Benito Antonio Martinez Ocasio. I like that name. Born March 10th, 1994. Puerto Rican singer, rapper, and songwriter known for blending reggaeton, Latin trap, and other genres like rock and even alternative sounds. He rose to fame in the mid-2010s with tracks like Soy Pear and collaborations with artists such as J Balvin. I don't know who that is. Cardi B, I know who she is.
No idea.
His debut album, X100 Pre in 2018, and the collaborative Oasis with J Balvin set him up as a global star. Then how come I don't know who he is? Can we play a clip from one Benito Antonio Martinez Ocasio, a.k.a. Bad Bunny?
Yeah, give me a second. I am
Say that name fast four times.
I'm sorry, Bad Bunny does not appeal. It appeals to a very small percentage of your audience.
What about Metallica? They were talking about Metallica. Bring Metallica out.
Well, Metallica would appeal to a smaller. I don't mind having a bunch of people, and then Metallica is not loved by everybody either.
They had Tom Petty and other smaller acts do it.
Tom Petty is awesome. Are you kidding me? Tom Petty, Prince is the. I mean, you got to have
Prince
guys.
was the best. Prince was awesome.
Have somebody that people know. Nobody fucking knows who Bad Bunny is. Nobody.
No, and then.
Angel, Mike, because I mean, you're Puerto Rican. I get it. If he was Italian, maybe I might know. I've never heard of him. I never heard of him.
I'm pissed. You know what? Now that you brought it up, I'm really offended. Where's the Irish music, Pete? Where the hell are my Irish guys? I know they've had you two like twice.
They're entertaining.
Who else?
Entertaining Aaron
If
Rodgers.
Sinead O'Connor was alive, we'd bring her out. So there you go. So yeah, I mean,
Hang on, I'm
Bad Bunny.
I'm trying to bring him up. He is just. I'm not a. I will tell you, I'm not a fan.
He's such a big deal. Angel can't even find the goddamn guy. That's how big he is.
Benito Antonio Martinez Ocasio. I like that.
See that? I mean, that sounds like a Scarface character.
It's an awesome name, Benito Antonio.
I tell you, man, you're a miserable cockroach.
All right, I want to hear the talent. Bring me the talent of Bad Bunny.
I got a better idea. Just bring the mess out, Bad Team, instead of Bad fucking Bunny.
How about Baby Raisha, the one who sings, dun, dun, I'm going to have the best fucking night of my life. Dun, dun. I think it's so many other people.
I know.
I mean, just get somebody that most of the country knows. Bad Bunny, as usual at halftime. Click. I'll be watching, 25.
I'll go do my walk. I'll go do my walk at halftime.
Yeah.
I'll go do my walk at halftime.
I gotta bring up Jay on this other one, so give me a second here. But it's it's freaking.
Don't play anymore. Don't play anything from the mess. I don't want to hear about the goddamn mess. I'm done.
The one thing that drives me nuts about it is that because he decided to make. Anyways, let me play the video and then I'll tell you guys because
Can I understand these lyrics, or am I going to be need an interpreter? Not because it's Spanish, but because
Enrique Iglesias.
No, Enrique's a lot better.
No,
he's legit real singer.
Why not get him?
Well, that's
because he actually has ability.
All right. It's Bad Bunny. Is that snow? No, beach.
¿Y este frío cuándo se acaba?
What's he saying? Angel, pause it. What's he saying? What did he just say there? What did he just say there?
I'm gonna jump on my window.
I don't mind talking. I like talking. I like that.
Si te quieres divertir, con encanto y con primor, solo tienes que vivir.
What's the lyrics? Okay.
Bring Cool and the Gang out. Have them do celebration. It looks like Pedro Pascal.
That's good. So
I can't believe you guys.
I got the fourth.
I can't believe you guys. I can't believe you guys are subjecting me to this after what the goddamn mess did yesterday.
I decided. Well, it just caught my eye. I like the beat. Maybe it's going to be better than I thought because I like that. It's what was he saying there, Angel? What was the lyrics? The fourth something.
Quattro. I'm not worried about his stupid lyrics because I can't stand the freaking dude. But it's a lot of it. It's not. What drives me even more nuts is he decided this is. We never, ever, ever, ever on the show ever bring up politics, but this numbnut that's about to play at the halftime show had a concert that he was about to do, but he said, I'm not going to do it because the ICE are going to be there and everybody going to go get arrested at my concert. Like, shut up, dumbass. So, yeah.
Oh, hey, how about this? Peanut Gallery just texted me and said, Bad Bunny dated Kendall Jenner. He is not unknown. Okay.
Haven't we all, Pete? I mean, come on.
Everybody's dated the Jenners. Everybody's dated the Kardashians. The whole entire NBA has dated the Kardashians.
I'm so proud to say I've never watched one episode of any Kardashian thing ever. However, and Jay, as you noticed on my Facebook page today, you sent me a picture Friday, as you promised, of you and the star of the elderly bachelor, whatever they call it. I still haven't got past the first 15 minutes. I promise I'm going to do it today because I haven't got to see all the women that he's got to choose from. But you know the guy in the bachelor. For those of you who didn't catch the show on Friday, just get us up to speed about the former Michigan Wolverine and LA Ram that you know very well, who's on the star of the Golden Age.
So Mel forever was the highest drafted Michigan player.
Hang on one second. Angel, can you
in
put up
history.
a picture on my Facebook page of Jay and Mel, if you can, while Jay's explaining? That would be awesome. Thank
He
you.
was an outside linebacker, number 53. Mel's from Chicago. And he was number 53 at Michigan and played on the Rams for like 10 years. He was with, among other people, Jack Youngblood and Kevin Green and Jackie Slater, and Eric Dickerson, like 4 or 5 Hall of Fame guys.
Unbelievable.
So he's a big corporate lawyer out in Los Angeles, actually suing the NFL on a lot of injury claims and stuff. That's his corporate. And he's got his boys are good baseball players. So he used to come out to Michigan baseball games and football games. We hang out. He's a great guy. And I didn't I think one of his boys is in school now. I was trying to help him get here in Michigan, and I think he went somewhere else. And he was talking to Clemson, too, because our old coach here is my buddy. He's at Clemson now. So, no, it's good for our football program because Mel's loves U of M and talks about it. And that's one of my guys, man.
Yeah,
I cracked me up when you started talking about it. I'm like, oh, Mel's my guy. So send you a picture. That was me and him at the baseball stadium 2 years ago. Yeah.
Like I said, I don't watch that show except I've watched it the last 2 years, just episode 1 to see all the crazy people, all the crazy girls that they have to choose. But when I saw him, and as soon as I saw that, I mean, it started out with him being in Michigan. I go, holy shit, Jay's got to know this guy. He knows everybody. So he's got to know this guy. And then lo and behold, you sent me this on Friday. There is you with Mel, the star of the Golden Age Bachelor. Wow.
Yep. And I love Mel.
When was that?
But Mel could hand me $50,000 and I wouldn't watch this show. I mean, now if you add another zero to it, I think about it, but not 50,000. So I can watch these shows. I deal with 162 games of stupid. I don't have extra time for stupid. I mean,
those kind of shows, I know it's not my cup of tea either. Like I said, I watched the first episode and that's it because I want to see the crazy girls, and then I don't care what happens after. He's going to screw half of them.
I'm surrounded by crazy Pete.
Yeah,
Pete, I'm surrounded by crazy women. I have my quota. I don't need this crap. I mean, Angel's laughing. I don't have time for the other. I have my own problems. I don't have time for others.
No, but I find shows like that, and the people, like if I did watch the Kardashians, which I don't, I would watch it to make fun of it and laugh at it.
Yes,
not to sit there
that's
and
how you do it.
I get caught up in the emotion. Like, with all due respect to your friend Mel, and I hope he finds romance again. It seems like his wife left him for some younger guy. And he talked about it, so I'm not speaking out of turn. But I just want to see the goofy, the women, how wacko they are. Because the guy's a millionaire, and the house that they showed in California looks like it could fit about easily have 100 bedrooms. I mean, it was unbelievable, his house. And his 2 boys seem very, very nice, well-mannered, athletic build, and he's in great shape. He's, like you said, he's in awesome shape.
So now you should just walk into the question you're about to ask me. What the hell are they doing with me? So there you go. So that's the question I'm waiting for you to ask me.
Well, I was hoping that you would be. Maybe you can't tell me because you can't reveal. You have to sign waivers to be on all these shows.
I haven't talked to Mel in a while. I haven't. I'm going to leave him alone. I haven't talked to him in a while.
He hasn't
So I have
invited
no
you
idea.
out to his humble domicile, and
No, and I don't like to travel. I don't like to travel.
Really?
I don't travel that much. No, I haven't traveled I think the last time I traveled, I went to Omaha with the Michigan baseball team. Not this season, last season. Yeah, that was the last time I flew. I haven't traveled that much in the last 2-3 years.
Okay.
My money situation and my work schedule. So, and I don't need to travel that much. I mean, I mean, it's silly, but no, we'll see. But no, I'm excited for Mel. The feedback I'm getting on the show is pretty good. Again, you can pay me to watch it, which isn't. I'm not saying, hey, somebody will call me and make an offer.
Watch the first 15 minutes. Because he talks about Michigan a lot. A lot of it is about Michigan and playing.
Okay. That's
all I'm asking.
I'll subject. You'll see
the boys.
Hold on. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this, Pete. I'm going to reenact me watching. This is what I'm going to do. Okay. I'm gonna be like Frank. I'm gonna be like Frank, the Mets fan on Barstool.
Really?
Watch his rant,
I thought
calling
you
the Mets a bunch of calling the Mets a bunch of gutless fucks.
do that again.
So I'm
Do that
just
again?
want Frank from Barstool,
No.
the fat guy who.
Do the towel
Oh,
thing
there it
again.
is. This
Okay,
like butting a bullet.
Okay, do you know who that reminds me of? Not the guy you're talking about.
Jerry Tarkanian.
Jerry Tarkanian, the late great Jerry Tarkanian.
Same hair, Pete. Same hair.
You know, he used to. The reason why he bit the towel, but it was always ice before the game. It's like he was like sucking water out of the towel,
Yes.
which is kind of gross.
Yes.
But
Yes. But again, I volunteer. I volunteer to watch that fucking team, so that's
well, look, let's real quick before we let you go.
Yeah.
James Hanley from
NFL, go ahead.
No, not NFL. I'm going to go back to college, and there was some great games yesterday. Fantastic, some fantastic finishes. Second highest scoring tie in the history of the NFL, the 40-40 game. But your Wolverines, a 16.5-point favorite over Wisconsin. I think you blast them into oblivion this week. I don't know what's happened to the Badgers, but they are.
I can explain that. They screwed their team up when they brought in that Moores kid, the quarterback. Like this goes back to 21 when Cade and JJ were playing.
Is that when Mark
Moores, Garrett Moore
Mark transferred?
Yeah, and yes, and no, they brought in this big trust fund money quarterback who was a disaster. He's kicked around the league. They screwed over Jack Cohn and brought this kid in. They made Paul Christ do this, and then they fired Paul Christ. And they did the same thing we did in Michigan with Rich Rod, where they brought in a guy who was a good coach, but he was a bad fit for their program. They brought in Fickle. He came in and wanted to do the spread.
Yeah.
Their whole identity going back to Barry Alvarez. When I first got here, they won the Big Ten the first year I was here in 93.
Pound and ground, baby.
Moss and Fletcher and Darrell Bevel. And instead, they try to be Air Coryell and let's be cute. Nebraska kind of is going through this too with Coach Rule. But if you don't know your identity, and Harbaugh went through this too, where he was trying to be speed in space, ground and pound, beat people up. And that's why they're screwed up. They're going to have to fire Coach Fickle and bring in, maybe Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy, I think, would how about John Gruden, that type of guy.
If John doesn't go to
Mike
Florida
McCarthy,
well, if John doesn't go to Gators first, but you're right.
Well, I have another name for Florida. Should I do this on your show? You love it when I break stuff.
Fickle could be that guy in Florida. I could see that.
No. Much bigger.
Who?
Dabo.
Oh, Dabo. Yeah, did we talk about that last week? I thought that was also a possibility. Yes. Forget Alabama. Dabo Swinney going to Dabo. We talked about. Didn't we say that? I said, how about Dabo Swinney going to the Gators, and then Billy Napier goes to Clemson? How about that?
And the next coach of the New York Giants is going to be Lane Kiffin.
Well, that'll be another interesting scenario. He's gotten offers before.
That all came yesterday at work when I'm watching Lane Kiffin on the NFL and ESPN talking about Jackson Dart. And I go, wow, that's an interesting landing spot for him.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, Lane Kiffin isn't going to leave Ole Miss for another college job because he's got that's a good job now.
Absolutely.
Because he's there. It's like Dabo at Clemson, same thing. He's got money and resources now. They're not doing as well, but he's not going to leave. What's he going to leave Ole Miss for? If he goes to, say, Alabama, and DeBauer, Lane Kiffin's not going to leave Ole Miss for another college job.
No, and he said that. He's gotten other offers before to go, and he hasn't taken them. So, and now he's got, and then Mississippi's very good.
He's very good, by the way. He doesn't get enough credit for how good a coach he is.
No, he's excellent. They remember the USC thing and the tarmac and all that stuff. And
he was 30 years old. And by the way, where's Pat Hayden now?
Yeah.
So I think Pat Hayden's working at a Dunkin' Donuts drive-thru.
He's a broadcaster now on like Westwood One or something.
So there you go on the radio, which doesn't exist anymore. There you go. So ask me an NFL question quick before you let me go.
Lions took care of business like I thought, and they covered. I mean, that could have been a letdown. That could have been a sort of kind of a letdown game, whatever. I will tell you this: the Philadelphia Eagles continue to impress me. Now they had -1 yards on offense in the second half. They still found a way to win. Jalen Hurts.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Is
The
that
second
true?
half, Jalen Hurts was 0 for 8 in the second half, but they continue to find ways to win as championship teams do. Doesn't have to be sexy. There's no sexy emoji for wins in the NFL. Just win, and they've got a pretty good resume of teams they've beaten this year and where they've beaten.
Yeah.
So it's not sexy all the time. Yes, they can improve on some things, just like everybody else in the National Football League. But I got to tell you, I'm pretty impressed with how they have played so far. And they couldn't play any worse offensively than they did in the second half against the Bucs. But the Bucs do that to people. So I'm sure the Eagles fans are going, hey, Jalen, look what he did. Well, that's Tampa Bay's defense. Not everybody can come up with that kind of stuff.
With a lot of injuries, too.
Especially against a team that they've had their number over the years.
Yeah.
The last few years. So.
Well, they didn't try to run the tush push. They did the thing with Barkley on the wide sweep.
The fake tush push.
Yeah.
It worked.
Because I've told you this, Coach Bowles has stopped that twice, and they were having trouble with Vita, so and everybody has trouble with Vita. But it's a good game. And Baker is like MVP candidate because that team isn't very stable at offensive line injuries, and Mike Evans is hurt, and Godwin getting his first game back.
Yeah,
but they got to fix their special teams. That's their special teams. When you have a lot of injuries, your special teams get suffer, and that's kind of what's happened. I thought that was a great game,
it really was.
Yeah.
And
Eagles got really good coaches, particularly Fangio on defense, but and the young guy who's the coordinator now for the Bucs did a good job because he got Fangio a couple times in those big plays, and Fangio's awesome. So they're good. They have a good team, obviously, the Eagles.
All right, my man. Thanks so much for taking a few minutes. We'll talk at the end of the week, and we'll break down Michigan and Wisconsin a little more, and along with some of the other great games that will happen this week.
I can break down Wisconsin and Michigan for you right now. Hammer, nail, and James Franklin and clutch games. That's the same thing. And I know you're excited, Pete, for that doubleheader tonight. You get to watch the Dolphins and the Jets. So
I predict
it's going to be like getting a lobotomy.
Well, but if you have a few shekels on it, a few points here, a few points there, it makes it watchable. Tomorrow I'll be ready for it's a source. I won't say tomorrow.
I got to roll. You and Angel have a good week. I'll talk to you later in the week.
Talk to you Friday. All right. Take care. There he goes. All right, Angel Martinez.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. I know Angel Martinez got hardly any sleep last night, so we'll give everybody a break today. This was great, breaking down all the NFL games and MLB. And tomorrow we'll have more guests here on the Pete Sheppard Show on the Coastal Sports Digital Network. Let's see. We'll go with that. Let's go a little Traveling Wilburys. See, I've heard of these guys. Most of them are dead, but I've heard of. I've had the albums, but. What else is coming up on the network today, Angel?
Later tonight will be Lloyd Vance's Insider Football. That's at 8 p.m. with
He'll
Kevin
have a lot to talk about. Yep.
Sure will. So, he'll be on when Kevin mentioned. That'll be up from 8 till 9:15 p.m. So check that out later on. And, of course, you can always go back, listen to the replays, and watch the shows over on the website itself.
All right, Angel, go get some sleep. I know you didn't sleep at all last night, or for 15 minutes maybe. So go to bed, get some rest. And we'll do this all again tomorrow at 7 a.m. on the Coastal Sports Digital Network. Yeah!